Okay. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to this tutorial on how to basically get started with Slack. My name is Behat Haraz. I'm essentially going to go the process from A to Z in terms of signing up and getting started with a Slack account under a new Slack environment. So if you see my screen here, you essentially, the way you get started is somebody sends you a link to their Slack workspace. To give an overview, a Slack workspace is essentially like a collection of group chats or forums that people can use to communicate effectively and efficiently when it comes to getting things done. And you'll see what I mean once we log in. So I'm gonna use, first you can see if you have an Islamic Leadership account at the bottom here, it says you can create an account. So if you have the correct domain, you can create an account or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and press sign up, and I'm going to use essentially a fake account today. And once you check your email, you should get a confirmation link. I'm clicking it here on the back end, and once all of that's done, you can, I'm going to share again the new screen. You can see here, you kind of get logged in and you're greeted right away with the front page or the main page of Slack. On the left, you can see the list of channels, each of which is basically a group chat, and each channel has its own use that's defined by the owners of the Slack channel. So for example, we have the general channel, and you can click on the channel to see the info. At the top here, you can see it's about company-wide announcements and work-based matters. Then you have a channel on random topics, strategy, and so on. And it's important that you kind of keep all your different conversations organized to the different channels, so that way the general conversations are organized and nothing gets missed or lost. You can see on the right, there was a pane for some more details, but continuing on the pane on the left, you can see there's space for direct messages and space for the recent apps that are installed, all of which are essentially add-ons to Slack that give them more functionality in one way and another. And they often have their own pages that explain how they're used. So I'm going to jump in to a conversation with myself, essentially, by direct messaging myself. I'm going to show some of the functionalities of the chat box in Slack. You can do a lot of things. As you can see here at the bottom, there's an attach file button. You can bold, italicize, strike through text, and so on. You can put in a link to a bulleted list. But past that, there's also just, you can type regular messages, hello, for example. And once you see a message, there's multiple ways to interact with the message that has been posted. You can react with reaction or an emoji, essentially. That hello is very funny, for example. Or you can start a thread, which is actually a very important feature of Slack because it keeps conversations condensed and related to a specific subject. So he said hello, I'm going to say hello back. And you can see here now there's this thread, and the thread has one reply. And this is better as opposed to one person saying hello, another person saying hello back, somebody asking, send me the email, and somebody else says hello again. And it all gets kind of jumbled up. Keeping your conversations in threads help to keep things focused and organized, and that's a key feature of Slack. Another feature similar to WhatsApp is you can do an @ symbol and then @ specific people. So I'm going to @ myself and say, how are you doing? And that would send a notification directly to that person. You can also do @ channel, for example, if you were in a channel, to alert everybody in that channel, which is another neat thing. And there's also a few commands you can use. The commands are often a bit of an advanced feature, but they are helpful. And one command that is particularly helpful is the remind command. So to pull up this command window, you type in the / into the chat box, and it'll show kind of this list of all the commands. And after that, you can scroll through and kind of look through each one, but one important one is the /remind command. As you can see, it shows the syntax for the remind command. First argument, or the first thing you type, is the person you want to remind, right? After that is what you want to remind them, and after that is when you want to remind them. So I'm gonna remind myself to finish this video and in 1 minute. And you can see here the Slack bot will come, that is basically a message that's only visible to me, will say, I'll remind you to finish this video at 1 minute, and in 1 minute, a message should pop up. So that's the basics of Slack. Again, to review, the chat box has a lot of powerful features such as formatting and attaching files. Another key feature is using threads to keep things condensed and organized. And then also the commands, or the being able to mention somebody with the @ symbol directly, is another important feature. So that's a general overview of Slack. Again, the key idea here, key philosophy behind all this is just to make sure that all communications related to work is as organized and as condensed as possible for it to be easily found later. An example of how this might be used is in our minutes of meeting channel, where we actually post meeting minutes, and we can actually search for minutes from a specific date or something. For example, and if you search it, it'll essentially bring up all messages with that word or phrase inside of it. And as you can see, I just got a message from Slackbot telling me to finish this video. So that should be all for today. Thank you, and have a nice day.